Whether you believe in angels or demons and heaven and hell, demons are referenced countless times throughout history, whether it be in the Bible or other literature and mythology. These demons are always intended to be feared, with the threat that they may enter the mortal realm looking for a host to possess. These are the top 5 scary demons that should be forgotten about. Let's jump in. Coming in at number 5, we have Agares. Agares is the first Duke of the East, who is said to appear as an old man, or a handsome man riding a crocodile, and carrying a hawk on his fist. Very random indeed, I know. This demon is a nasty one, with him being able to cause earthquakes, make deserters return, and cause enemies to flee. He can also teach languages, finding pleasure in immoral and disgusting expressions. He is also said to have the ability to overthrow supernatural and temporal dignities. Now, it is surprising how many demons are considered to be teachers, with him granting humans knowledge and power, hence why people so often attempt to summon him. However, everything in life comes at a cost, and granting a demon doesn't just gift you with reward, you are often met with endless torment, sacrifice, and pain. Now, as I said before, Agares is a teacher of languages. However, you have no control of what he teaches you exactly, with him only teaching you the foulest and most offensive words. So, though you may know all the languages you wish, you will perhaps become one of the most offensive and hated people in the entire world. Is that what you really want? I don't think so. Well, you shouldn't want it, and if you do, we need to talk. Before we jump into number 4, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, it really helps us out a lot. Coming in at number 4, Lipstick Face Demon from Insidious. Insidious was a very well executed horror movie, however I think it's safe to say that aside from the creepy ghost child dancing to Tiny Tim, the Lipstick Face Demon is the most memorable part of the entire movie, and the most terrifying. Insidious follows a couple whose son enters a comatose state, and inadvertently becomes a vessel for entities in a dimension known as the Further, with these evil spirits all wanting to inhabit his body. Now, the Lipstick Face Demon resides in the Further, and is the main antagonist of the movie, seeking to bring pain and chaos to the world of the living by possessing humans. This demon is relentless and incredibly malevolent, whose ultimate goal is to take a child's soul, with him targeting the son, Dalton. He appears as a tall, muscular being with fur on his legs, dark cloven hooves, and a devilish tail with a red and black face, which we get a closer look at during one of the more terrifying jump scares in the movie, during the dining table scene. You know what I'm talking about. Not to mention what makes him even more terrifying is his odd love for the song Tiptoe Through the Tulips by Tiny Tim, which I mentioned earlier, with the demon listening to it while sharpening his nails, and the ghost boy dancing to it in the family's home. The song clearly has some significance to the demon, or the Further, I'm not sure. Out of all the entities in the series, he is the only one who can't be defeated, making him the most terrifying and the most feared. Coming in at number 3, we have Pazuzu from The Exorcist. Out of all the demons on our list, Pazuzu might be perhaps the most notable, with this demon famously being featured in the book as well as the movie The Exorcist. In mythology, Pazuzu is the king of demons of the wind and the son of the god Hanbi. He is said to be the bearer of storms and drought, and bringing famine during dry seasons and locusts during rainy seasons. In most texts, Pazuzu is depicted with the body of a man but with the head of a lion, or sometimes even a dog, talons instead of feet, 2 pairs of wings, and the tail of a scorpion. Arguably the most terrifying combination. Pazuzu is said to be invoked in amulets aimed at fighting against powers of his rival Lamashtu, who believed to cause harm to mother and child during childbirth. Now, in the movie The Exorcist, we know Pazuzu is the demon who possesses the young Regan McNeil, who was initially dubbed Captain Howdy. Now, despite us knowing Pazuzu is the demon, he isn't named so until Exorcist II: The Heretic, with him being referenced and featured heavily throughout the movie. He is a sinister demon, as we know, tormenting and torturing Regan throughout the series, even marking her body, having her impale herself with a crucifix and making the girl spin her neck 180 degrees. Regan went through literal hell with Pazuzu inside of her, a clear sign that you should never summon this demon. Forget about him now before it's too late. Don't even think about touching a Ouija board. Reagan will tell you. Coming in at number 2, we have Paimon from Hereditary. Now, most horror movie buffs will know that Paimon is one of the most recent demons to appear on screen, with the demon being featured in Ari Aster's Hereditary. As we know, Hereditary follows a family who are mourning the death of their secretive grandmother. However, it turns out she dabbled in some Satanism, with her summoning Paimon during a cult ritual, and the demon inhabiting the body of the daughter Charlie, before it targets the family's prized possession, the son Peter. Once he inhabits the body, Paimon commits unspeakable acts, making for some truly disturbing scenes on screen, including one of the characters levitating while using a wire to cut their own neck. Now, according to the demonic paradise, Paimon is one of the kings of hell, with him having close ties to Lucifer. Paimon is said to have around 200 legions of demons under his rule, with worshippers in the mortal world attempting to manifest him in order to grant them wealth and knowledge. Out of all the demons, he is said to be the most unrelenting in both his manipulation and hostility, particularly towards humans. He will inflict relentless torment and torture, including the reconstruction of traumatic events and horrifying nightmares. His powers and abilities are also something to be greatly feared, with this demon possessing knowledge, wisdom, wealth, manipulation, immortality, possession, mind control, invisibility, summoning, pyrokinesis, levitation, and illusions. This is one demon you definitely don't want to be summoning unless you want to end up like the family in Hereditary, and that ended very badly. Very, very badly. And finally, coming in at number 1, we have Beelzebub. Beelzebub is perhaps the very worst of the worst, and the one demon you don't want to cross paths with, let alone get possessed by. Formerly known as Triel, Daniel, or even Yophiel, Beelzebub is one of the 7 princes of hell, and oversees the Order of the Fly. The Order of the Fly being the major court of demons in hell, which of course was founded by said demon. Like all things in hell, it serves under both Satan and Lucifer, the big baddies of the underworld. Now, in Catholic demonology, he is often considered to be one of the first 3 angels to fall from heaven, along with Lucifer and Leviathan. In the Dictionary Infernal, Beelzebub is described as being capable of flight, and is regarded as the demon who is closest to Lucifer, and the one that holds the most praise and power. His power and influence is so immense that he once led a revolt against Satan himself, which was ultimately successful. He is widely associated with pride and gluttony, and is also referred to as the Prince of False Gods, depending on the text. As I mentioned prior, with him being the founder of the Order of the Fly, flies play a huge part in his appearance, with his spirit often taking on the form of flies according to certain texts. Beelzebub is so terrifying that folks often confuse him with Satan, with the 2 names being interchanged, however saying that they are very much 2 separate entities. Beelzebub is as bad as they come, and as a demon that led a successful revolt against Satan himself, we need to forget about him quickly before he finds us. Well, there we have it. Do you guys agree with that list? Which demon would you least like to get possessed by? Leave us all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. Perhaps we can do a part 2. Before I go though, I just want to respond to a few comments from one of our last videos, top 5 real horror stories inspired by American Horror Story. Gig Felicia said, Lucy, your fan club should be called Lucy Furs. I mean, I think it kind of already is. I might be. I know many people who've commented that before, so I think I'm partially there. I'm halfway there. Let's keep it going. Lucy Furs, I'm here for it. What is it currently? The Dark Queen? The Dark Queendom. Lucifer's, the Dark Queendom. I don't know. I like both. Give me all the names. I enjoy them all. Jorge Garcia said, what keeps me coming back to the show is Kathy Bates and Evan Peters' performances. They just nail the roles they play in the show. I completely agree. They're both amazing, but personally my favorite is, of course, Sarah Paulson. It was Jessica Lange, and then she just decided after Freak Show she wasn't coming back. But to be fair, after Freak Show, I decided not to come back. I mean, I enjoyed Freak Show just because I loved the 1930s film Freaks, but Freak Show was not a good season. Easily forgettable. Teeny B said, I'm torn between Coven and Roanoke. Personally, both were very creative in premise and enjoyable to the very end. It's tough to choose a favourite though, as every season of American Horror Story shines for one reason or another. Coven is my second favourite. Asylum is my favourite. That really shook me. That's the one I think about the most. And I actually downloaded that song, what's it called? Dominique. Every time they enter that one room, that one French song plays. And it's by like the Singing Nun or something. I can't remember, but that song, it just lingered in my head forever. Roanoke was where I fell off mostly. I did do Freak Show, I tried Hotel, hated it, turned it off, and then I went to Roanoke and I was watching it, and then as soon as that twist midway through was revealed, I jumped and I was like, not a chance, I'm out of here. I don't know why, I just didn't enjoy it very much, but maybe I think I was too quick to judge. And also I can't watch things weekly, I've decided, and I was watching everything weekly. So what I want to do is find where all the seasons are, and I just want to binge them all, start to finish, right after I'm done with Glee. The other Ryan Murphy show I'm watching. The Murph77 said, love the way she says Los Angeles. Is it because of my accent? Do I say it in a weird way? How do North Americans say it? Los Angeles. Los Angeles. How do you guys say it? LA. Charles Snow said, it is interesting seeing the inspiration behind these episodes. I hope you can do a part 2. I certainly can, because there's so many characters that are inspired by real people. I could definitely do a part 2. And on that note, if you haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and until next time, I'll see you later.